Hello, my name is Yasmin and welcome to day 5 of 10 days of 10 sun salutations with a bonus yoga pose thrown in every day. So the past 4 days, we've had completely different yoga poses that have either been incorporated into the sun salutations in the last 3 or added on at the end. So yesterday we had our tree pose, which we finished on. This time we're going to add in our bonus yoga pose or the pose of the day in our final 3 sun salutations again. So if you've had your warm up and you're ready to get started, I'll get you to join me at the front of the mat and we'll get into our 10 sun salutations. So standing right at the very front, roll the shoulders back and down, ground yourself, spread your toes out nice and wide, feel the earth beneath you, start activating your core, tucking the pelvis under slightly, just to make sure we're not doing any duck bumming, and just gently squeezing the glutes. Open the shoulders out by bringing the thumbs out to the side, shoulders back and down, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. So if you can, throughout your practice, focus on your breathing, preferably in and out through the nose. That's what we tend to try to do with our yoga breathing, but it's not necessary. Breathe what is natural for you and just work towards that in and out through the nose, breathing in and out. On the next inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky and gently squeeze the glutes for a little back bend. And then exhale, diving all the way down towards the ground into your first forward fold. Keep the knees nice and soft in this first one as your hamstrings start to loosen off. Trying to work that chest towards your thighs. Breathing in as you lift into a halfway lift, where you straighten those legs out and you start to flatten your back into an L shape. So whether your hands are resting on your thighs, on your shins, or floating above the ground, perhaps even touching the ground, we're working to be nice and straight through that upper back. And then as you exhale and step back, drop down to your knees. Our first chaturanga, as we lower from our high plank to low plank, be on our knees coming all the way down to the ground. And then inhale as you roll your shoulders back and down and engage the glutes, pushing the ground away from you with your feet for your first baby cobra. Lift the hands up just to check yourself and make sure you're using your back muscles rather than forcing yourself up with your hands. And then breathing in, hello Bernard. Breathing out, as you push back into your first downward facing dog. Got distracted by a kitty. Walk out the downward dog here. Lengthening and straightening the legs, warming up the hamstring, warming up the ankles. Keep spreading the fingers out nice and wide and try to keep your shoulders away from your ears as you start to tilt your pelvis up towards the sky. Breathing in and out. Then walking towards the front of the mat. Inhale for another halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. And then inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky and back down. That's our first one done. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift of your choice. And then exhale, stepping back. This time, if you prefer your knees, that's okay. But if you'd like to take your toes with me, holding that nice strong high plank, shift your weight forward slightly and then bending the elbows to 90 degrees as you exhale and inhale for an upward facing dog. Squeeze the glutes together. The knees are off the ground. Your fingers are spread out nice and wide. And try to keep the shoulders away from the ears. And on the next exhale, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Breathing in and out. Walking to the front of the mat, inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And exhale, the arms down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back, knees or toes for your chaturanga and lowering down. Inhale for your upward facing dog. And then exhale, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here and let it go. Walking to the front of the mat, inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And exhale, the arms down. That's 3. Inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale, sweeping the arms all the way down to the ground. Forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. And exhale as you step back for another chaturanga, knees or toes lowering down. Inhale for upward facing dog or baby cobra. And then exhale as you push back into your downward facing dog. Walking to the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. And exhale, the arms come down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back, knees or toes, lowering down. Inhale for an upward facing dog. Exhale, back into your downward facing dog. Walk, jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, the arms come down. One more and we should be halfway. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. And exhale, stepping back, knees or toes. I'm taking knees this time, lowering down to the ground for me. Shoulders back and down. As you inhale for a baby cobra, float the hands. And then exhale back into your downward facing dog. Walking to the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms up to the sky, squeeze the glutes. And exhale, the arms down. Just reset the shoulders while we're here, rolling back and down. Just a couple of times. Focus on your breathing. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, folding down. Inhale for a halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, stepping back, knees or toes, and lowering. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale back into your downward facing dog. Walking to the front of the mat, inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, the arms come up to the sky. And then exhale, the arms come down. One more, and then we'll get into our three poses. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back, knees or toes, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Walking to the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms come up, squeeze the glutes gently. Exhale, the arms come down. So we'll be incorporating into our sun salutation, these final three. We're going to be doing a right-sided one, then a left-sided one, and then on the last one, we'll do a right and a left, just like we did on those first 3 days as well. So it's going to be a pigeon pose coming into a mermaid pose. So it's kind of two at the same time, but I like both of them. And the pigeon pose is that build up into mermaid. So just take whatever feels right and natural for you in this moment. And if you want to take child's pose or just relax or run through another sun salutation, that's okay as well. Breathing in, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, and the arms come down. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back, knees or toes, chaturanga, lowering. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then as we take our next inhale, bring your right leg forward into your pigeon pose. So with your pigeon pose, you don't need to have your leg all the way up here. Sometimes people feel like they have to be at 90 degrees. It's not necessary. You're bringing your heel a little bit closer to that left hip. Hold into this position and take a couple of breaths as you loosen up into your pigeon pose. Take a breath in and out. Breathing in and out. And now transitioning this into our mermaid pose, bring your right hand a little bit more centered for balance. And then you can use a strap for this. You can use blocks. If you're comfortable in your pigeon pose, just stay there. But bring your your left hand to your left foot. And then you're sort of sliding your foot into your elbow. And then find a position that's comfortable for you for your hand. I like having it up in this position. Some people like to wrap around. But for me, nestled in the elbow is where I like to have my foot with the hand just up. And then you can keep your hand down for balance, or you can raise it up. Take a breath in and out. Make sure you're activating your core here to protect your back. Breathing in and out. Good. When you're ready, just uncurl that leg, coming back to your pigeon pose. Center yourself. Breathing in. On the next exhale, bring the right leg back into your downward facing dog. And then walking to the front of your mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, the arms come up to the sky. Exhale, the arms come down. Left side this time. Breathing in, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. And then exhale, stepping back, chaturanga, knees or toes, lowering down. Inhale for an upward facing dog. And then exhale back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then we're going to bring our left foot forward this time. Remember, coming into the hip on the right hand side. And then holding this position for a moment. Take a breath in and out. Just loosen into that pigeon pose. Keep the shoulders back and down, activating the core, squeezing that glute on the right hand side, and pulling the lower tummy in to protect your back. And then when you're ready, place that left hand a bit more towards the center for balance, and the right arm twists behind us as you bring your right foot up towards the elbow crease on the right arm. Find that position that's comfortable for your hand. You might find one side is easier than the other, but once you've found that comfortable spot, and if you have the balance, this side is my harder side, you can raise your arm in front of you. You can keep it down for balance. Take a breath here and out. Breathing in and out. You may find that you manage to get a little bit deeper as you breathe. When you're ready, place that hand down. Let that right leg uncurl. Hands back in front. Take a breath in. And then exhale as you come back into your downward facing dog. And then walking to the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And exhale, the arms come down. One left, and we're going to do both sides this time. Breathing in, sweep the arms up. Exhale as you're folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back, knees or toes, chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog. And then exhale back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And out. The right leg is going to come forward now into the hip on the left hand side, into a pigeon pose. Take a breath here. Let it go. And then as you bring the left arm out, hold onto that left foot and, oops, my watch fell off. Tuck that out. And then coming into your mermaid pose on that left hand with the right leg forward, left leg back. Breathing here. Then place that right hand back down in front of you. Uncurl the leg on the left hand side. Take a moment to center yourself and then exhale, pushing yourself back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then next, inhale, lifting up into a pigeon pose on the left hand side. You can't see probably, but my cat is now playing with my watch. Keep the shoulders back and down. Breathing here and out. And then placing that left hand a bit more centered, bring the right arm behind as I take a gentle twist, holding onto the foot on the right hand side. Find that position of comfort in your mermaid pose or hold your pigeon pose nice and tall. And then you can turn to face the hand in front of you. Breathing in and out. Keeping the core nice and strong. Breathing in and out. Place the left hand back down. Uncurl that right foot as you release it. And then exhale back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And out. And walking to the front of your mat. Inhale for your last halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, the arms come down. And keep those shoulders back and down. Reground yourself and reconnect with your breathing. Breathing in and out. All right. That is the end of today's 10 days of 10 sun salutations with our bonus yoga pose, which was technically 2 with the pigeon pose and also mermaid pose. So I hope that you enjoyed both of those if you gave them a try. If you didn't, that's okay. You can always come back and try it another time. But otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow for day 6.